Hey everybody, welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing great and having a great day. So everyone might have realized the last day or so that the price of Ripple jumped almost dramatically. I don't know if you guys saw that. If you listen to my other videos, you know that I've spoken about Ripple and other coins for that matter who are trying to get their foot into Asia as quickly as possible, as the market is, to put it simply, just full of money and is completely ripe for new tech. Well, I believe this was yesterday, Ripple has opened a new office in Singapore, which is one of the largest financial hubs in the entire world. And this seems to be what caused the price spike. But yeah, this is once again, another step forward for the Ripple team when it comes to making sure that they're known all over the world. Like I keep saying, they make sure that they are constantly in the news, not letting people forget about them at all. And this announcement is literally only a couple weeks after we got news about Ripple before that they just opened an office in India as well. I think they have one in Japan, or they're trying to get one in Japan. So slowly but surely they're making sure that they are well known all around the world, but especially in Asia. So the managing director of Ripple in Asia, his name is Dilip Rao, Diliprao. He spoke about the expansion saying, and I quote, "Singapore is leading the charge when it comes to streamlining money exchange, remittance, and payment systems. Our new office can support this ambition and equally brings us closer to our customer base across the Asian Pacific region, enabling banks, payment providers, and corporates, yeah, to make instant payments into and out of the country using blockchain," end quote. I do not see Ripple stopping anytime soon. This is why I keep giving you guys any type of news that I hear about them. But it's also, like I said, it's very, very nice to hear that they are actually moving forward, and they make sure that they are constantly in the news, regardless if people want them or not. They're going to make sure that they have their presence known. So next up, we have news from CoinDesk.com. We've spoken about ICOs quite a bit. Like I said, if you've been listening to this channel, you guys know that ICOs are like a major point because every single day there's constantly something about them. Majorly, we've been talking about regulation and how I personally believe that it was just around the corner. And it seems like this is just happening. So we've spoken about Overstock about 2 days ago as well. Overstock is the largest company that accepts cryptocurrencies for payments on their websites. This is like what they're becoming known as. And they said a couple of days ago that anyway, it's not important. They were talking about Amazon and why they don't accept it and how they believe that they plan on doing it eventually. But it seems that they have figured out a way to actually exchange, allow, and legally trade regulated ICOs on their platform. They have something known as Medici, MEDICI, which is a blockchain focused subsidiary of Overstock, and they will apparently be launching their own ATS, their own alternative trading system that will allow for the exchange of cryptos within, I assume that this is just within the United States, and they will be labeling them as securities. This is why they are legally able to do this, because legally securities are able to be traded within the US. That they are, as cryptocurrencies are classified as securities in the US, this makes it completely legal. This will be a group initiative actually between Rengen, RENGEN, and Argon Group, ARGON, and then the word group, which Argon Group says that they are a special bank used to raise capital for ICOs. That is very interesting. So these ATSs, or alternative trading systems, will be regulated by the SEC and the Financial Industry Regulatory Authority, basically providing a legal regulated way to exchange securities, as the coins are classified as opposed to trading in the New York Stock Exchange or the NASDAQ. I know a lot of people aren't too keen on regulation, but at this point, I think it is what's needed in order for cryptocurrencies to go to the next level. We've seen what's happened when a few millionaires get into the mix, when when they start pumping their money into this system. But I think that the prices will go absolutely ballistic once we get everyday money from normal people who are looking to make good returns, or just to place their money somewhere besides a bank, because banks give you nothing. And I know personally tons of people as well who don't invest in cryptocurrencies, but they do invest in the normal stock market, but they also have complaints because the fees can be a little expensive, etc., whatever the case might be. And it's also just really slow. But especially when you see how quickly cryptocurrencies can grow, obviously there's going to be a lot of people who want to get into the market. So one of the heads of the Argon Group, Emma Channing, thinks that the ATS could see upwards of $2 billion in trading within the next year. That is, I believe it. I don't doubt that for 1 second. She adds, thinking that it'll catch on very quick because of the reduced cost. They say that they can reduce costs of trading by 80% compared to what they are in traditional markets, and that the blockchain also allows for clear, transparent transactions that are almost instantaneous, as opposed to the 2 to 3 day waiting period that we have now in other markets. I'm not sure if you guys have ever bought or sold stock before, but the process, when you get into cryptocurrencies, you become very, I want to say, spoiled, because you get used to, you trade something, it's there. With Bitcoin, it may take 30 minutes to an hour. But if you traded stocks, bonds, or whatever the case might be, especially if you have sold them on a Friday evening, you usually have to wait on Saturday and then Sunday and then Monday until the markets open, and then hope that it happens instantaneously. And it usually doesn't. It's just a really long wait for anything to happen. So the fact that cryptocurrencies are running 24 hours a day and there's no one, stopping them, this is going to be absolutely great. But like I said, this was completely bound to happen. And I assume that this will, without a doubt, only go larger as more money gets pumped into the system. Like I said, once they make it legal and normal people are allowed to dump their money into this, the markets are going to go completely insane. So last up, this is hot on the heels of bankers coming out of nowhere week, constantly talking about cryptocurrencies, what they think about them and how they feel about them, like we should care in some way. This comes from the head of the bank, Morgan Stanley. I don't know if you guys have that in many other countries, but they're a very big bank in America. His name is James Gorman, Gorman. He said during an event that was hosted by the Wall Street Journal that he believes that Bitcoin is more than just a fad. He states that the idea of an anonymous currency and the protection that cryptocurrency provide, and how people don't really know what you're doing with your own money, and the fact that this also kind of, I don't want to say gives a middle finger, but turns a cheek to central banks, makes him believe that cryptocurrencies are here to stay. He went on to say that he himself doesn't have any cryptocurrencies. Sure. He says that he knows other people who have purchased them and are invested in the market. So this is why I guess someone told him about the money that they've been making. And now I'm sure if he doesn't have some, I'm sure he has some at this moment after, the half an hour since what news came out, whatever the case might be. There's no way that you are a billionaire and you don't have a couple, $1,000 to throw around. So I'm pretty sure he's going to get into it as well. Like I said, it seems like every single day that more and more banking people seem to be coming out of the woodworks telling us what they think about cryptocurrencies. But at least this guy wasn't a jerk about it, because unlike other ones who we've heard in the past. But yeah, guys, that is the news for today. Like, it's, not too bad. Markets are slightly down around like 1 or 2% at the moment. I think it's because of just general, I think we obviously have hype periods where things are going up, but they're still higher than they were about a week ago, which is always nice to see. Hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you got something from it. And I will talk to you all soon. See you.